This is the story of Elizabeth Schuyler.
Eliza was born on August 9, 1757 in Albany to a wealthy Dutch family. She was one of the three Schuyler sisters, Eliza, Angelica, and Peggy. Eliza's father was an army general and her mom came from a rich family. The Schuyler family was among the wealthy Dutch landowners in the 1600s.
Eliza grew up around slavery. Her father was a general in the French and Indian War, so her and her two other sisters, Angelica and Peggy, grew up surrounded by visiting military officers and patriots, which is how she first met General George Washington and made quite the impression.
Eliza lived a very luxurious childhood and had a very good family life. Her childhood was lived comfortably and was spent at home learning how to read and write and to sew from her mother.
At 22, Eliza meets Alexander Hamilton, who was General Washington's aide. Despite his lack of wealth and low social status, Eliza's family thought highly of Hamilton. It was love at first sight for Eliza.
Even though it was love at first sight for Eliza, Hamilton did consider getting with her just for his own benefits. Throughout the relationship, his love seemed to be evident, and he would write Eliza love letters, and in many of them, he expressed his worry for his inability to provide for his future family.
After many love letters, on December 14, 1780, Eliza and Alexander finally get married after a year they met. They soon became a big-ass family with 8 kids and were happily married. Okay, that's not entirely true.
1797 is when Hamilton fucked up. He had an affair with Maria Reynolds, the wife of James Reynolds, and everyone knew about the affair. Hamilton wrote the Reynolds pamphlet explaining his side of things. His dumbass basically publicly announced his own affair with Maria Reynolds. His wife Eliza was in disbelief while carrying their 6th child.
In 1801, Eliza's first son Philip and his aunt Peggy died. Peggy died of an illness and Philip was shot and killed by George Eaker when they had got into a fight because of a speech that criticized Hamilton. But we honestly all know Hamilton got his own son shot.
Despite the damages Hamilton caused, Eliza's love for him was too strong to give up on the marriage. She forgave her husband and tried to undo the damage for the rest of their marriage.
After a lot of grieving, Alexander Hamilton died on July 12, 1804, when Vice President Aaron Burr challenged Hamilton to a duel because of some personal slurs about Burr's reputation.
Eliza was left to pay her husband's debt and take care of their children. She had relied on most of her family members to help out with everything. 4 months after her husband's death, Eliza's father died in his mansion in Albany, which added on to her depression. To help her grieve, Eliza got into charity work. She and 2 other women founded the Orphan Asylum Society, the first private orphanage in New York City. She became the first directress in 1821. They provided food, shelter, education, and skills of trade for the young orphans. This charity today is known as the Graham Winham Orphanage.
Without Eliza's genuine love for Hamilton and dedication to telling his story, we wouldn't know the whole truth about her life with Hamilton. She spent her last years living with her daughter in Washington, D.C., where she eventually passed away at the age of 97. And with Eliza being a faithful, forgiving, and a loving person, she became a very important person in Hamilton's life and also in American history.